Hey, third grade. Today we're going to be working on this optical art. We're using elements of art, lines, shape, color, and value. So value in art talks about when a color goes from dark to light. Okay, so it's the same color, but it goes in different ranges from dark to light. So we see the dark range here, gets to light, dark again. So we're going to create this optical art. We're also going to be using symmetry to help us create this art. So you're going to need a pencil and a piece of paper. The first step, which I started, but I'm going to show you how to do it, is to fold your paper. We want our paper the short way, as you see here, and we're going to fold our paper. Now, the best way to do this is before you press your crease, you want to make sure that your paper here, your corners are matching. Hold one side of the corners here. Hold that down once you have it matching, and then hold the other set of corners here. Once you know that they're matching and they're aligned, then you press down on your crease, just like that. Okay, so now I see that side. There we go. Press down on your crease, nice and sharp. So we're going to use this crease to help us create a symmetrical heart. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to create half of the heart on one side. We're going to use what we draw here, and we're going to try to copy it almost exactly here. So I want you guys to draw a nice big heart. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sketch. Now I'm going to press hard so you guys can see it at home, on the video. But you guys that are working here need to be pressing very softly. So if you do need to erase, it will not become a challenge. So here is half of my heart. Okay. Now I am going to do the other half. But before I start that, I want to do a little bit of a guideline. So what I'm doing is very lightly with my pencil, starting from this top of the heart, I'm just going to sketch out a line. So it tells me where the top of my heart should be here. Okay. I'm also going to notice how wide my heart is. So I'm noticing that I'm going to use my pencil as a guide. So from my eraser all the way to here, to the letter F on this pencil, that's how wide it is. So from here to here, so I know that it should end around there. So I'm using what I can, my pencil, my vision, my fingers, to help me create a symmetrical heart. Now I am softly going to sketch out what that shape should start to look like. Now, this side should be done even lighter than the first side because this side will definitely have to be erased and adjusted. Okay, so I could see that I'm pretty close, but there's some areas that I need to fix. So I am going to keep overlapping my lines until I feel I have the correct shape. Once I feel like I have the correct shape, I'm going to go in and erase any extra lines that I don't need. Okay, so I am looking. I feel like this is good. Now I'm going to start erasing the extra lines that I don't need. If you do not have an eraser, either be patient so that I could give you one, or just keep overlapping, and at the end I will give you one. So I'm going ahead and I'm just erasing my guidelines. I'm erasing any line that I don't want. Okay. Still fixing my heart shape. I really want it to be as symmetrical as I possibly can get it. Will it be absolutely perfect? No, because I'm doing this freehand. But I want it to be as close as possible. Okay, so I think that's as close as I'm going to get. So now what we're going to do is we are going to, starting at the middle, okay, we're going to section off this heart shape using curved lines. Okay, So starting at the center, right here and here, we're going to create 7 lines, 7 sections. This is going to be our first, and I am curving it, and I want you to notice that I go narrow at the top. I get a little bit wider towards the middle. See that? Okay. And again, these lines you might have to adjust because you want them to be nice and neat. Just like our other op art, we wanted to make sure our lines were neat. So that's my first section. Now I'm going to do 3 here and 3 here. So what I'm doing right now is I am kind of just sketching out lines, and it looks a little crazy, but I'm going to go back over it and I'm going to erase again whatever I don't want. This is the best technique for my friends that love to draw lines and erase, draw lines and erase. That really just wastes a lot of time. So this is good for you guys to practice because it allows for you to work quickly and to really train your eyes to see things a little bit better. So here we go. So now that I've sectioned off my heart shape the way I feel like I want it with curved lines, it's important that your lines are curved because the background is going to be straight. So we want that opposite. So you can see here, my lines are curved here, and then the background is straight. For the background, we're going to use a ruler. We're not measuring, but your lines have to be very, very straight. I am going to put this side of my ruler, the edge of my rulers, this edge and this edge along my paper. I'm going to make sure that it's nice and even and straight. I'm going to hold my ruler down and softly draw a line going down. Okay? I'm going to repeat that throughout my paper, but I'm going to skip my heart. So here we go. Again, this edge of my ruler, the top of my ruler, making sure that it is even. Once I see it, I'm just going to draw a line around my heart as best as I can. All right. It is important that your ruler is straight. So take your time. Make sure that it's not shifting while you're drawing your lines. You can see how I kind of press down a little bit because I want my ruler to stay in place. I'm making sure that the edge and the bottom are aligned. I draw my lines going straight. I'm going to keep doing it. If you feel confident and you know what to do, start doing this process. I'm going to keep demonstrating what it looks like for those that are still a little confused. So you can see I'm just using the width of my ruler. I'm not measuring anything. I'm just using however wide my ruler is. And I'm making sure that my lines are straight. And then this will always happen. This little edge right here, you see this little section, don't worry about that. Okay. So once you have straight lines on your background and you have this in your foreground, your heart shape, we're going to talk about color. So I'm just going to pause this video, and in the next video, I'm going to demonstrate how to color.